Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 medieval battle. In this Potluck Armies match against Simon Lancaster, I have the Norwegians against his Poles, both earlier lists. I'll link below to Simon's channel too. He just started recording his matches, so the more the merrier. So, the Norwegian list is really limited in its choices. I did not get any peasants because they're trash. I maxed on my only missile troops, which is 6 light archers, and maxed my cavalry, which is 5 units of light spear cavalry. I grabbed 10 additionals for a total of 14 average offensive spearmen, and 1 more Huskarl for 3 superior armored heavy weapon heavy foot. So Simon's list has a little bit more flex. It is weak in the infantry department. You can get plenty of spearmen. They are 3 points cheaper, but they're defensive, so they'll have difficulty charging my spearmen. Raw spearmen. Peasants as well. For a rough ground duty, he gets massed archers. That could be pretty effective, although they have no melee capability, so even my disordered heavy foot spearmen should be able to do okay against them. Clear light infantry superiority if he wants to invest in it. And then he also has light spear cavalry, just a lot more of it. So I'm going to have to worry about getting outflanked if he goes that route. His best infantry then is the dismounted cavalry, 45 point, above average offensive spearmen. They outclass my regular spearmen. The Huskarls can crush them. I only have 3 units of the Huskarls, but that's okay. I'm kind of going for a sheer numbers type approach. The cavalry just has to hold this wing. These cavalry units might be a minor surprise, maybe not. And overall, we're just going to try to advance the shield wall into the open and slug it out. Alright, let's see that force comp in deployment. What have we got? Yep, the dismounted cavalry, as expected, a whole bunch of spearmen, substantial wing of armored noble cavalry, a small wing. Okay, well, how do we deal with this? Skirmishing is no problem. We have enough to at least have parity-ish. And we actually do have cavalry parity on this wing. It's a matter of getting it into action. Can push these skirmishers out into the center as well. And you guys can slowly push forward. Yeah, that's okay. We don't need to engage 6 cavalry units with 3 cavalry units, so we'll proceed with caution there. Move slowly forward until these horsemen can catch up and burst out. And the skirmishing will be a wash. I mean, 6 on 6, nothing much is going to happen with that. Even if one side eventually wins, they'll have few men and little ammunition left. So the key will be finding a way to advance into contact without getting wiped out on a wing by superior cavalry. Next turn. Going for a spread with the cavalry, makes sense. No harm in showing our hand, I'm sure he suspects it anyway. Alright. Next turn. He's going for the map edge. We'll need to get a defensive spear unit over here. Turned around. And forward movement by the infantry. Okay. Can work with that. That's the edge of close bow shot. This gap's a bit dangerous. We might need to tighten it up. Actually, what we'll do is spread out and get this last unit of Huskarls into line. Like so. Good. That is close bow shots. We'll get everyone concentrated, ready to skirmish. And what do we have? 2 cavalry units. Do we pop out yet? I think it'll be much of a surprise, to be honest. If I move here, he'll probably be able to see. I'd like to at least try to force an engagement on these 2 units. Might be pretty easy for him to maneuver away. Next turn. Okay, seem to be veering off. Switching wings, maybe. Threatening to. Oh, we can seize this rough for now. And temporarily just face forward. So depending, if these guys start to shift over, then we can start shifting our own cavalry over as well. Still out of close bow shot, that's good. Maybe threaten some harassment. And start straightening out this line. Do I pop out with the horsemen yet? Not necessary. Next turn. Archer's going for the forest. No surprise there. Okay, let's switch command to you and have 1 unit shift over. You lot can lurk. Pop out. And well, not much point in moving up really until everyone can move together. It's going to be awfully slow to trundle into position. Next turn. Still out of close bow shot. Keep the line cohesive. And unfortunately, we have to keep waiting around for these slowpokes. You continue to switch flanks. 7 out of 24. We still have time. We still have time. Do we come out now? I want to see if he commits to trying to chase down my archers. I don't think he will, but given that we're waiting for all the infantry to trundle into place anyway, no harm in trying. Next turn. Good. Now that means we might be able to... he can just run away, but at least we can do some damage. Down there. Turn and shoot. Let's pop out and say hello. While we continue to ever so slowly trundle forward. Okay. Next turn. Yeah, they'll get away, but we'll at least get some more pot shots in. We need to be a little bit cautious given that we only have 2 cavalry units to work with here. No point trying to catch them, they're just going to get away. In the meantime, we can advance. We'll have to accept getting shot up by a superior number of lights so that we can get forward. Since I'm likely to lose the missile exchange, I think I will open fire anyway, even though I don't normally shoot at long range. Now what we might do next turn is start shifting the whole line to the right to match his movement and to avoid at least this built-up area. Next turn. Yep, now our lights get disrupted. Maybe. Not yet. I'll take it. 3 lights to my 3 lights. Well, that's fine. Just charge. We can't win a shooting match, so we'll just charge instead. We need to hang back a bit until this infantry unit can support us properly. Can cautiously pursue. And shift another infantry unit over to the wing. The rest can push forward for the moment. Could be some kind of surprise waiting for us in the wood, but that's okay. Hang back until they arrive. They arrive. Next turn. Excellent. Let's see if we can press an advantage there. Generals on all of the above average dismounted cavalry, that will make them pretty tough. Clumped up, now's the time to try to strike. Forward, and let's get forward. I'm tempted to move here, actually. Then he might just set up a flank on me. Shift around, out of charge range, and harass. Extend the line. See if we get a break here. Good. Held firm, held firm. Shift forward. We need the Huskarls to fight dismounted cavalry. Good, that one's home. Extend the line a little bit. Get forward. Okay. You'll cover them, that's annoying, but it's not a huge deal. So we'll want to try to hold here and break into this crust of weaker units here if possible. Next turn. Should bounce that. Yep. That'll be in our favor due to the commander. Held firm. Well, for starters, we can barrel into these guys. They hold firm. And yeah, I guess we just pile everyone on that we can. Continue our pursuit with the lights. Now that these horsemen are over here, it might be time to start moving more rapidly with our own horsemen. If they go like this, then they can't flank at all. Yeah, okay, good. Very good. Could give them a shove and see where we end up. Good, that's a strong position. Engage in some harassment. Turn so that these archers can shift through, fight this combat first. Good. Do we charge? Why bother? We don't need to yet. If we go here, then a charge can get flanked. Unless he moves here. That's right. So why don't we do that and that for the moment. So we're going to try to at least slow the contact with these above average offensive spearmen and try to force contact here. Next turn. Yeah, that's okay. That is not okay. They're going to start setting up flanks soon. Hold firm. Evade. Okay. Right. Why don't we... No, you're low ammo. You have ammo. You have ammo. Great. You get out of the way then. You... Did not think that through. Well, that's okay, because you're going to rush forward. Cool. That means one of you is doomed. Let's delay this as much as possible. Okay. Good. Could charge and then flank, or we could move these guys here while they're disordered. That's probably better. Held firm, huh? Well, pile in. Disapprove. Okay, I guess we're gonna need to start plugging gaps here. You can keep advancing, but you two are gonna plug gaps in the center. Yeah, good luck with that. Oh, terrible. Could be worse. Could charge here and attempt to set up a flank, but he just pinned it anyway, so it's pointless. Is what it is. That's a pretty bad dice roll there, though. That could affect things quite a bit. This pursuit was also bad because we're going to lose a unit here. So maybe I should have played it more carefully. Next turn. Let's hope for better luck this turn. That's more like it. Interesting. Why not engage first? I see. I guess that makes a certain amount of sense. They're disordered. Hold firm. Setting up the flank, and we're going to start getting rolled, unfortunately. Good rolls for these defensive spearmen charging our offensive spearmen. Shove them off. It's fine. Into the archers. And I guess just shove them off. There's really no need to engage. Held firm. What about here? That's a little better. Still won't prevent us from getting rolled up, though. They can still charge and then flank. Good. Ugh. Had to expose ourselves quite a bit by moving up, and now we are definitely suffering for it. Next turn. It's going to clip off those 2 units. There they go. This is not looking good. Damn. If only they bounced back there. Nicely done. Good. Excellent. Might disrupt here, but that's okay. Good. Need that unit to break. Ugh. Well, do you auto brake yet? No. I should have done this first. Didn't matter, everyone held firm. General up here, so we can just drive through. Is that how it's going to be? Shove past. Pile on. Held firm. That was unfortunate. Now this means we're going to get flanked. Next turn then, if not this turn. It's coming apart. Uh-huh. I want to give our horsemen room to fall back. Stationary shooting is tempting though. Screw it. Probably worth it. Good. Maybe not so good. Next turn. Grim. I'm demolishing his right, but I think he's demolishing my right more than I'm demolishing his right. Yeah, like that. Oh my god. All right. Really? How about you die now? Let's see, maybe this will work. Uh-huh. Let's get out of cohesion check range. And good. Slay them. This is horrible. Ugh. Let's get you out. You just need to get out. Go for the freak general kill, you never know. And run this way and start working on the frag unit when you can. Oh, it's a disaster. It's just an unmitigated disaster. Next turn, down 11, down 14. 16. Ugly. Good. Nothing we can do here but keep trying to charge. Next turn, down at 9%. Oof, good. Yeah, we're gonna lose this unit too. Those are a lot of raw spears. If we can find a way to engage them with our more full strength infantry. Well, you're going to engage these raw spears, and you are going to have to head off this cavalry, unfortunately. It's not worth engaging yet. Could cover, but I don't really want to be wasting my Huskarl's time. I'll turn this disrupted unit around. Maybe they can shove them back off, who knows. Alright, in the meantime, I can catch a flank here at least. Good. Now we could advance into this disordering terrain, which I don't love, but I also don't want to charge here. If we charge, we might end up charging here and exposing our flank. We need to wait until next turn. Same with this, because these guys could move down here. So again, we have to wait. But what I could do is move here. Does that do me any good? It might. Okay. Meantime, work on whatever readily available cavalry targets we can find. Continue this farce. And that's it. Next turn, a rally horn on this disrupted unit of spearmen. Sad times for me. Break. And auto dropped. Yeah, this is... don't think it's looking recoverable, to be honest. Really? Okay. Well, unfortunately, we can't prevent a flank here. But what we can do... there might have been a small chance I could have actually, if I had charged there and I magically hadn't occupied this square, maybe I would have fallen back after losing that combat. But... you're dump some arrows in before contact. Looks like this unit rallied. Unfortunately, I have to waste it covering my rear. Come on. You can win. They're fragged. That's a little better. I mean, unfortunately, we're still doomed. Because we're fragged. Oop. Okay, good. Now we're zoned here. Could unzone with these Huskarls. Wow. Well, that seals our fate, I think. Can't say that I approve of that. I was kind of thinking they'd like stay facing forward, but silly me. Next turn, rally on his cavalry just in time. If we hold out, we could at least engage them in melee. Yes. Well, something. Oh, why didn't he just do 2 rear attacks on them? I guess they're going to turn to face and then he'll get the flank in, so it doesn't really matter. Nobody wants to rally, huh? Hmm. Disruption. You are useless. Next turn, rally on the cavalry, and a rally on the dismounted cavalry. So we could very well lose this turn if we just drop a couple more units, which is pretty possible. Pull back and shoot. Resolve this before the bad thing. Frag, but not a break. And nothing. Why not? It's your last chance to do anything. Break to 24. Disrupt. Ugh. They're pinned in, so we'll turn around to base and get flanked. And this should put us over 25. Nicely done. Alright, we'll see if there's any rallies, but I doubt it. So yeah, it is done and we have lost. I mean, this is a hard battle. You will probably still win our division. Let's see. Thanks for the game. We'll see about winning the division. But yes, hard battle and well played to Simon. For one thing, I think coming out into the open to fight did play to the strengths of his army. He had more bases of units and I think a little bit more cavalry. In addition, mistakes were made. I followed too closely with my right wing. I thought I was pressing an advantage in the cavalry battle, and things just went sour. And then the standouts are these dismounted cavalries. They held up multiple of my Huskarls long enough for my right to get rolled up into my center. These guys are above average, offensive spearmen, heavy foot, 45 points compared to 69 points for the Huskarls. So they're 24 points cheaper, and at one point, one of them was holding off 2 units of Huskarls, just passing check after check. So a very good buy, and just a great unit in general. Maybe it would be a little bit less successful in a more knightly environment, but for this kind of thing, they did great. So yeah, basically followed too close on my right. I should have let the left lead the engagement more first. And of course, if I were extra cautious, I should have stayed in terrain that played to my strengths, but I wouldn't have come out to fight if I didn't think I had a good chance of winning, so I'm not going to blame it on having to attack. So yeah, very well played by Simon. Good game, and till next time.